Live now. We should be live. What's up, guys? How is everybody doing today? We got JJK 264 coming out in 2 more days. God damn. And there's a lot to talk about, of course, especially in regards to Megumi, Nobara's fate being confirmed, which I'm a bit skeptical on. There's a couple things to talk about that as well. But yeah, there is quite a lot to discuss, especially considering the fact that, as we discussed before in the stream from 2 days ago, it does seem like this may be the final arc, which is a bit crazy to say. But it seems like maybe that's the direction that JJK is headed. Which, doesn't surprise me since we can see Sukuna's at the verge of defeat, but still. Now it's more so a question of, how much longer do we have left? And in what direction is this all headed? The whole merger, Megumi is the craziest one. I can't lie, I got a good video on Megumi coming out tomorrow. Originally it was going to be a Nobara video, which would have been planned for today, but I did decide that, maybe I'll just do a stream for Nobara today, and instead of doing that video, I'll actually have a Megumi video tomorrow. Because there is quite a few things I want to talk about in regards to Megumi. What is up, guys, though? I see 7 Sins in the chat, the last back bender, good to see you guys, Daniel Williams. Yeah, we just got JJK 264, which is, again, always a bit sad that we're coming to the end, but it is what it is, end of the JJK. I'm just curious to see what we get and how it goes, because I know a lot of people were saying, Clyde, I don't know if you guys know, but a YouTuber, he also made a video, I think a month ago, talking about how maybe Sukuna will win. Which, people did throw out there, since it's, JJK is quite a unique author in that way. I don't believe Sukuna's going to win, especially given the results of last chapter, but I just mean generally, I never believe that, because it is a shonen. Even if it is a bitter or dark ending, at the very least, I don't think the villain's going to win. It is a shonen at the end of the day, even if it's a darker shonen. Who do you think will survive? I'm going to be honest, I think all the heavy hitters will survive. Which is so crazy to say, since Yuta, it looks like he's going to die, but I actually think Yuta will survive. That's one of my bets. Hippo, Dragon, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Mr. 60, good to see you, my guy. Alonzi, Goed YouTuber, good to see you as well. Sukuna better not win. Yeah, I don't think he's going to win. I really don't think he's going to. Drink more water, good to see you. Yuta definitely going to survive. Again, I truly do believe Yuta's going to survive. It's pretty funny, considering the fact that we just saw him get cooked. You know what I mean? But I do think Yuta's going to survive. Also, I see I see the heart. Thank you so much. Sukuna will die, trust? I mean, I don't know about die. I just know he's going to be defeated, but I wonder what Sukuna's fate is going to be. Because out of all the characters, I feel like Sukuna's fate is the least obvious. Because, you'll think he's going to die, right? But I feel like Sukuna might be one of those ones where he might just be sealed again. I really see it as a case where maybe they really just can't kill him and he just needs to get sealed. Something like that. But Kaisen, good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Best of friend. Corey G. My guy, man. In case you guys don't know, which I think you guys do know, longest member on the channel. Longest member. 22 months. My guy, man, much appreciated. It's been a while, Kyle Breeze, what up? I'm alright, man, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Bro, Corey, I hope everything's been good with you. Again, I haven't been on Twitter in a month and a half. It's been 2 months, so I guess I haven't caught up with you in a while. I really hope everything's great with you. Yeah, seeing your name, Blast from the Past. I hope all's good with you, man. It is really cool to see you. Do you think Yuta will change bodies, or a Gojo Yuta surviving? No. I don't think he's surviving in Gojo's body. I actually think he's going to get his old body back. So I really want to talk. So this is a video I want to make after the chapter. So what the plan is right now, originally there was going to be a Nobara video today, but I kind of switched plans, You can clearly notice I'm doing a Nobara stream instead, which I will talk about. But then tomorrow I have a Megumi video. In 2 days we have the leaks video, and then there'll be a video about the leaks, and then I plan to make a YouTube video after that. So it'd be the 4th video. It's a bit maybe it's a bit muddled up what I just said to you, but trust me, I got it planned out. I do really want to make a video on why I truly believe, I am 90% sure Yuta will get his body back. Okay, you know what? Don't quote me. Don't quote me. Scrap that. I'm 70% sure, Okay, that's the truth. I'm 70% sure. Is Toto gonna die? I think Toto will live. Been chilling, summertime been amazing. That's good to hear, man. I am glad you're doing well. That is great. That is absolutely great. What about Yuta going to die because of Jacob's ladder? I don't think he's in the vicinity. I don't think he's close to it. Plus, Jacob's ladder is something that extinguishes evil, Let me just do this real quick. And here we go. And let me actually show my Rika will play a huge role. Yeah, it's a question of what exactly will happen to Rika. Also, it's good to see you, Washek, as well. Good to see you, man. 07. It's a question of what will happen to Rika after Yuta gets his body back. Like, will Rika sacrifice herself for Yuta? Rika's going to sacrifice herself for Yuta. Is that what's going to happen? I'm a bit curious. Like, is Rika just going to die and Yuta's going to come back that way? It might be that sort of thing. So let me actually show you guys real quick. I'll move the stream here on my right side of my monitor, and I'll bring this up here, and I'll share my screen with you guys. Big monitor, here we go. Alright, and let me get the chat up as well. Nobara flow throughers. That's something I want to talk about as well. I'll the title of the stream, so that's how you know it's what I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, Nobara. Gege saying Nobara's been eliminated. Oh, that is a bit tricky. That is a bit tricky. Nobara press circle. Let me actually make a poll on that. It's something I want to do. Let's start a poll. Before I even talk, because Nobara's going to be a big talking point, right? Is Nobara dead, right? Let's just say, yeah, she dead, right? Or, no, she's coming back. It's a bit tough because Gege said she's eliminated, same as Nanami. I mean, you guys can call this cope, but I don't think that means she's dead. Alright, eliminated, right? It's semantics, it's wording. Where is Jujutsu Kaisen? Here we go. So I want to talk about the Yuta stuff. There's so much I want to talk about. So Yuta, Megumi, Yuji, Sukuna, there's so much. So I'll start with Yuta first, is where I'll go. So 261, right? Let's go over here. Let's see the poll as well. Damn, wait, so there's a decent amount of people thinking she's going to live. It's like 42% saying she's going to come back. I'm surprised. I thought it would be less, which, you know, I'm on the idea that I hope she comes back. Curse Corpse still hasn't been used. I mean, it's a bit weird because, you know, I don't know, the whole thing of Panda as well. I thought Panda was going to have his, like, mythical cores because we saw the Tanuki and the Kitsune inside of him, but nothing ever happened of it. It's a bit weird, honestly. There's a lot of things that were set up but never went anywhere. Seeing Kaido stream, hey, Restless Gambler, go with YouTuber, good to see you, my guy, good to see you. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, Jay. Nobody didn't deserve what she got. Yeah, oh man. You guys have no idea what type of a video I have in store for Gege if Nobody's truly dead. Like, you guys have no idea. God, like, it is going to be a generational cooking video. So, let's find it, right? So, we see, right, this, so it's not shown in this chapter, but it's in the next chapter and the chapter after that. We see Rika holding Yuta's body. I just think that, you know, if it was just shown once, that's one thing. I understand that. It's more so the fact that it's shown multiple times. Like, look, so first we get to see Yuta here. Fair enough, we just get to see his body, right? But it's the fact that we see it again. That's the key thing. She shouldn't be, but she's dead. The Nobara thing, we'll get to that. We'll get to the Nobara thing. But the first one is Yuta. Like, why does he keep showing Yuta's body again and again? I feel like, and especially with Rika, like, there has to be significance to this. Hey, Zizu, good to see you, Zizu. Nobody needs to say dead. Her technique is too convenient. I mean, does it even matter? Like, Sukuna's already lost. You know? She isn't dead, but not coming back. I guess that's, like, the fairest possibility, where we see at the end of the series, maybe, something like that. It's not impossible, I guess, but that would be, like, the most boring outcome. I mean, the whole issue of Nobara not coming back is the fact that, you know, she's gone. Rika ate one of Sukuna's fingers? Huh. I mean, I guess that's fair, but do you think she could use the power of the finger to... I wonder, to, like, bring Yuta back? Is there like any theory that can happen with that? I wonder. I mean, I don't think she'd be back in a village. I think if she was even conscious, she would be fighting, or at least talking. I think this is more so a thing, she's probably comatose, if that's the case, but I hope she does come back, you know? Thank you very much for subscribing, how do you say this? Muscle Ad? Thank you very much, it's much appreciated. But yeah, again, it's the fact that, like, it's just Yuta is highlighted, his body, his corpse, with Rika holding it so many times. So at least twice, I think, is the actual number. So we saw it once there, and in the next chapter once again. And we don't really get to see it again, but in all fairness, there's only been 3 chapters. So the fact that it's happened twice, if it was once, I'd be okay with it. But twice means, like, maybe Gege is sort of, he's like, trying to draw attention to the fact that Rika is crying about Yuta's corpse, and more importantly, Yuta's corpse is healed. That's the most important part here. Yes, it doesn't have a brain, which his brain is still alive, but his corpse itself is healed. So it seems Shoko did heal it. You know? You think we have to see Urume death before Sukuna's? I wonder. I wonder if Hikari is even capable of killing Urume. Not like defeat is one thing. I have like defeat probably, like Hikari probably can defeat Urume, but killing is a different question. That's a very different question altogether, because I don't think Hikari has anything lethal, and I don't think Hikari is the type of person to kill his opponents, is the thing, you know? Real question is, did Sukuna wear baggy clothes to the fight, taking his reincarnation in mind? I think it just sort of came with him. I really don't know the logic behind it, it's just anime logic, where he just like incarnated and his clothes came with him. Happy to catch your stream, it's been a minute, good to see you, Dice, it is good to see you, man. But yeah, as regards for Yuta, I do think he's going to come back. Again, I have a whole video planned for that. It will be like my 4th video, so not the next one, not the next one, or the one after that, because, you know, I got specifically planned for 264, but this is more of a general video, is what I got planned here. But I just don't think, it's more of a narrative thing, I just don't think the heavy hitters are dying. I always said this, I said this before the final arc started, you know, Gojo vs Sukuna, either one of the heavy hitters, no, either all of them die, or none of them die. You know, for the sake of the next generation. Either Jujutsu Society as a whole ends and there's no point of the next generation because cursed energy ends, or there is cursed energy and there is a point of the next generation, then we need all three. And it's just interesting how Akari's still alive, Maki's still alive, and Yuta's the only one who's gonna die? And it's just like, I don't know, it's the fact that he's not dead yet, he's still in Gojo's body, it's not impossible, because Rika has the copy technique. I get that he it's Yuta's technique, but still, like, it's Rika has the copied ability stored on her. She doesn't have the technique itself copied, but she has the storage on her. So I guess like maybe if there's a roundabout way that she can access the technique itself, then she could transfer Yuta's corpse from Gojo back to his own body, and his body's healed. Like you can see in the chapter before this. Let me go to 262. Here we go. You can see like the split body is healed. You know what I mean? Let's come over here. So it's a possibility. I think it's a very likely possibility. Either, you know, Yuta, like, look at this. His body's fine. Shoko did heal it. And the brain is fine as well. It's like, you can see the scar, of course, and the dried blood, but it is healed. So I just think Rika will do something and bring him back in some way. Unless, like, we see Hikari dies and Maki dies, and that's another thing entirely. We don't really know how Maki is doing, though. I think Maki's fine. Like, yeah, she took some dismantles to her stomach, but the very last time we saw her, she was standing completely fine. So I'll show you. It was when Sukuna activated his domain. Now, we don't know if she was caught in the flames, because even Todo says, like, I don't know if that's safe or not, so it's not 100%, but as long as Todo did manage to save them, then she's fine. Because the very last time we saw her, she was standing. There was no issues. Like, she did take those dismantles. She said the output's higher, but she's Maki. She can eat those pretty easily, I'd say. You can see her here. Right here, you can see her. She's holding on to Miu, of course, because, you know, Miu's simple domain saving her life. She was standing in Malevolent Shrine, exactly, yeah. By the way, I think I just checked, literally, the nanosecond before I start streaming, I realized the latency is behind, meaning obviously the stream's quality is much higher, but there is a 10-second delay between me and you guys, which is, I don't like. I prefer there being no delay, so I'll fix that for next time. I realized the last stream was like that, and this one was as well. I don't know why the stats reset. I think it's because I didn't stream in so long that this, like, all the settings had reset probably. But yeah, in this way, this is the case. And as for Nobara, oh, it's a bit tough. It is a bit tough. So I'll go to, man, I can't lie. This is just frustrating. I'll be honest. I'm going to be so honest, this is very frustrating. So let me show you exactly what was said. So we have in chapter 142, maybe? It was the one after this, I think, yeah. Let's go 143. Let's go. So this is the time when Yuji actually said, and there's a reason I'm coming to this, right? So when Yuji found out the fate of Nobara, and he says, I get it. Look. First, we have, like, we've already gone through this so many times, but it's the fact that Gege said she's eliminated is what's a bit frustrating, right? So where is Nobara's fate? I think that was actually next chapter. Like, he just left it open-ended, which I get. Maybe he wanted to do something, but he didn't. He had a chance to redeem his sins. It is what it is. I think it's over. I can't lie, it's looking worse than it's ever looked. I'll be honest. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, this is not looking great. That's just the truth. Let's come here, right? Where does he talk about Nobara? Here we go. Right? What happened to Kugisaki? Like, I guess Megumi looks sad, or he doesn't answer. Oh, I get it. I get it. Like, I guess I'm just like, now I'm trying to psychoanalyze this with the context that she's dead, right? So maybe Megumi doesn't want to answer, and then yeah, I hate this panel as well. It's so yeah, like if she just died, could you not have just said like she's dead? Could you have just not said that? What, like, this is so vague. Like, what happened to Kugisaki? So Megumi looks like he avoids eye contact, and Yuji looks sad in response. Now I'm really starting to like dig deep with the mindset that she's dead. And then Yuji's frustrated, like he's sad and he's frustrated. He says, "Oh, I get it." But then this is different though. I get it. Like he's saying, "I get it." What do you get? You bastard Yuji. What do you understand? Tell me, Yuji. You get it, but we don't. The audience doesn't. Maybe she's blind. If she was blind, she would have been back. Because her curse technique would still, like, she would still be able to use her technique, even if she's blind. They could just like get a limb of Sukuna and use it. Or she would at least be in the commentary talking with everybody. It's just bad. It's just bad writing. If she's dead, which I get, Gege said she was eliminated during Shibuya, just say it. Just say it. Akutami, just say it. You know what I mean? It's so... I get it. He wanted to leave it open-ended. Maybe, like, in his mind, he thought, like, I might want to bring Nobara back, but if I decide not to, I won't. Fair enough, right? But I just feel like at this point, because Nobara, she gets, like, cooked in chapter 120-something, right? So that was during Shibuya. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember the exact number, but... So this is, like, 25 chapters later or whatever, 20 chapters later. And by this time, like, Gege has got the whole Shibuya thing planned out. He's got Tengen, we get the culling game ready, like, everything is pretty much set. We have the whole plan. Gege should have an idea of what he wants in Nobara. And even when she gets cooked in Shibuya, we have, what's his name, Nita? Is that his name, the second year? Where he says, like, you know, there's a chance she's alive, there's a chance she's dead. It's not guaranteed, but maybe she's alive. Like, have hope. And then you drop this on us. I get it. Yuji, Itadori, what do you get? Explain it. Explain yourself. All I'll say is, you know what, I'll say my thoughts here. If this is really the end of Nobara, I love Akutami, fantastic author, one of the greatest, like one of the greats, especially of shonen. Like, he's done something 0.0001% of people can do, right? I'm glazing him right now. That's because I'm about to cook this man, alright? That's why I'm glazing him so hard. Gege, you have like your, I guess I'll call it a heroine, right? In every shonen we have like the two dudes and the girl, right? And many of them get mistreated. For example, Sakura, right? She got treated like absolute dog shit. It is what it is. Like, it happens, right? I guess like there's an element of I'm not gonna say sexism. I'm not gonna go that far. It's more so just, I guess, like the audience is tailored towards teenage boys. Like, shonen literally means young boys. So in that reason, I guess there's more of a highlight on the guy characters, which is a shame. I don't like it, but it is what it is. It's never an excuse to treat your female like heroine characters poorly, especially not with Sakura. Like, dear God, that's unbearable. And I'm not hating Sakura herself. Like, I feel bad for the character. It's more so how she was treated. Then, of course, we have, I would say, the best example of a female heroine, and it's Noelle from Black Clover. I'm sure some of you have watched Black Clover, but Noelle, oh my God, that is how it should be done. That is how you write like your heroine character. Like so you have like Asta, you have Yuno, so Sasuke, Naruto, you know, Megumi, Itadori. Then you have that is how you write her. All of that. That is like one of the best examples. You can hate Black Clover, but the way Noelle is treated, written, and like the respect she gets is incredible. shout out, right? And then we have Nobara. Nobara's pretty interesting because Nobara is like, she's treated so well throughout her duration in the story, especially during like the death painting. She was fantastic, absolutely stunning. During Shibuya, a bit disrespectful, but she was still really cool. Like, she was handling business with Mahito, and she even had that fight with Momo, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I actually thought was a really good fight. I thought it was pretty good. At least narrative, the fight itself sucked, but the themes behind it and the narrative behind it were great. And Nobara was just being built up to be something really good. Like, everything we got from Nobara was fantastic. It was the opposite of Sakura. Where Sakura was treated poorly, Nobara was treated great. So Gege built something so great, and then he just does this. Like, I've never seen, please tell me, give me one example where this has been done. I'm not saying it hasn't, I just can't remember a time this has been done, where the female like heroine, the secondary heroine character gets sidelined like this badly. Has this ever happened? In shonen, forget shonen, like just in any manga. This is like, imagine halfway through Fairy Tail, Lucy just gets like put into a coma. Lucy just gets put into a coma and she's gone. Like, or Sakura just gets like Chidori'd in the chest, and then like her fate is vague for the rest of Naruto. She gets like Chidori'd like halfway through part 2 or something. Has this ever happened before? You know? And again, I'm only saying this in the context that Nobara's not coming back. Because remember, Gege said that she's eliminated, and I say that in quotes, which whatever that means, right? Like, if Nobara, by the way, if Nobara simply comes back, all of my issues, like, they will still be there to some extent, but it will be really great for a character, and a lot of what I just said simply goes away. All the things that I just said are in the scenario that she doesn't come back, is the context that I should be providing with you right now. And it's just, that is just, I don't know, like, you know, I'm gonna attack this at every angle. From a narrative point of view, it's ridiculous because you just removed a central character. Like, Nobara was a central figure, the female heroine, right? The most important female. You just remove her from the story for no reason, right? First things first, that one. And then also from a writing point of view, it was just executed horribly, assuming she's dead. It was just executed so badly. Like, I feel like you have to actively try. You have to try your best to make it be this bad. Like, you get what I mean? Like, even like you if that makes sense. Like, you actually have to attempt it for it to be this like chaotic, just this messy. I think messy is the word that I'm looking for, right? It's just, usually with big decisions like these, you should make your mind up before you do it. And I just feel like Gege was trying to have his cake. Like, he was really trying to have that big cake, which is like the Nobara death scene and the Yuji emotional moment. And he was like, he wanted the option to eat it or not, right? That's the thing. He really wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it, but it was like, he made it so that he had a chance to eat the cake, which already was a bad in and of itself because he got the cake. But then like halfway through he decides, I don't want to eat the cake. I really hope that makes sense. It's just odd. It's really odd. And it's less of a situation of Gege is like a bad author, and it's more so, he's not a bad author. It's just really, really, a really bad decision he made. Where it seems like he just isn't certain on what he wants, and he keeps leaving it open-ended, and it's just led to this situation. Again, if Nobara comes back next chapter, or just at some point, and she comes and joins the fight, everything I say is a moot point. It's irrelevant. Because, you know, Nobara did come back in the end. Fantastic. It's great. You know, she does have a relevance. I really want to remind you guys, this is in the scenario that she just never comes back. Because it's just interesting how Gege said, like, Naname and Nobara were eliminated in Shibuya. Which doesn't mean she's dead. It just means she was taken out. I mean, you could even argue that Todo was eliminated in Shibuya, but, you know, he came. Actually, no, he didn't say that, though. It's the fact that he said that Nobara and Naname were eliminated. Gege decides to replace Nobara for more indirect Toji gas. I mean, you could have both. I mean, I guess that's pretty funny, isn't it? Wait, So the moment we get like Nobara's confirmation of her death, like 2-3 chapters later, we get perfect preparation. So maybe you're right. I mean, just is it so bad to ask for 2 great female characters? Why does it have to be 1? Is it too much to ask for? You know what I mean? Gege, shonen authors. Is that too much? I mean, look at Black Clover. You know, again, you can hate Black Clover as much as you want, but one thing it does really well is like how it treats its female cast is amazing. Like, I swear to God, I think his name's Takaba? Or Taka something, the author of Black Clover. Please not tell me his name. But he really does treat his female cast very good. Especially when you compare it to so many other shonen authors. I get it, it's like a young boys, shonen means young boys. I do understand it, but there's still like levels to this, you know what I mean? Like, they got Meriliona from Black Clover, Noelle from Black Clover. I can't remember the Rose. I'm not great with names, by the way, besides Jujutsu Kaisen. Like the Rose Captain, she's awesome. Even what's her name? The healing girl, Misoma. I don't know how to say her name. Like, even she's really good. She's supposed to be a healer. It is what it is. Yuki dying still hits. I can't lie. I really can't lie. But as for the Nobara section, I will end the poll. So let me get my chat here. Get the poll. Let's see what the poll's saying, by the way. If it will even come. Live chats. Let's get it up. Actually, I can see on my phone though. We have 120 people voted, and we have 50. Wow, I'm surprised. 43% of you guys think that she's coming back. Which, again, I also hope that she comes back. It's more so of a hope thing, but it's just I don't know, maybe Gege, like, maybe this is the purest form of copium I can say right now, but maybe the reason Gege said like, yeah, nobody's eliminated is to really misdirect us for when she's gonna come back soon. Like, he's really trying to make us all like truly believe she's not coming back, like, yeah, she's eliminated in Shibuya, just so that when she does come back, we're all really shocked. That is the peak copium that I have right here. And it is not letting me end the poll, by the way, so let me come here. The poll is just kind of stuck. It's just kind of stuck there. Like this. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just go on my actual YouTube channel, and because I want to talk about Megumi as a thing. I really want to make a poll about that, and that will sort of be the next part of the stream. So we talked about Yuta, we talked about Megumi, Nobara, sorry, we'll talk about Megumi, and then I really want to talk about Yuji and Sukuna after Megumi as well. And maybe some Gojo as well, maybe some, actually probably some Hikari. There's a lot. You'd be surprised, like, I think it's more so because I haven't streamed in so long. I streamed like 2 days ago, and it's been so long I've been away, but there is a lot I really want to talk about. When are the leaks coming? In 2 days. So let me just come here, because I can't end it on the chat I have, so I'm going to end the poll on this chat here. Oh, is that Zutome's concert? Let's go here. Megumi will be the strongest. Oh, Megumi is going to be ridiculously powerful. But, you know, the questions I have for Megumi that I want to ask you guys, it's less about how strong he's going to be. There's like other questions, like will he come back first of all? How strong? I guess that's a fair question, to be honest. But I think it's going to be like ridiculously powerful. So let's see, the poll ended. We had 58% of people said she's dead, 41% said she's coming back. Shout out the 41% though. Shout out you guys. All right, we're soldiers. We're soldiers. Let me open this here. So this chat is a bit like cooked. I can't lie. So I'll kind of like make this one pop out. Pop out chats and come back to Viz. Here we go. Him coming back. You know, the real question is like, do you guys think? Because there was that one quote, so please, if anyone remembers the exact quote, like word for word, tell me. But, congratulations, Buddhaza. Thank you very much for subscribing. Lloyd Official. Thank you very much, Buddhaza. Thank you very much. But yeah, like, remember that one quote from Gege? Please do give me the exact wording where he said, like, either all of them, like, 3 of them live or 1 of them live? What was the exact quote? It's been a long time since I saw it, but I remember it was like 1 of them will live or something. Or was it all of them will die? Yeah, let me know exactly what that quote was. Because I wonder, like, is there even a scenario where both Yuji and Megumi live? Is the question I have. Is Sukuna gonna be fully be the merger? I hope it's what's his name, Kinjaku, but it could always be Megumi as well, which I really don't like that idea because I think Megumi's not gonna be the villain, but we'll see. There we go. Alright, let's make this poll. Start a poll. Who will live EOS? This, because let me know as well, like genuinely let me know your thoughts, because I will be recording the video today, because I've already worked on it a bit, but I'll be like finally be recording and editing it today, so I can add any ideas you guys have in here. Megumi, Yuji, or nope, both dead, or both alive. Megumi lives, and this is Yuji lives only, so I'll put only, just so it's really clear. Alright, let's do this. If someone dies, I think it's Yuji. We'll see. I still can't believe Choso died, man. That was heartbreaking. Will Megumi, like, does Megumi... would Gege do that? I wonder. I just think the least likely is both are alive. I think out of all of them, that should be 0%. I don't think anyone's going to vote for that one, but it's still an option though. It's just, again, and Gege's quote was made quite a long time ago, so maybe he'll change his mind on it. We don't really know for certain, but I think out of how much Megumi suffered, I think there's a decent chance he may live. But then there comes a question like, why would Yuji die and Megumi live? Is the question. Like, this is something I'm trying to get this idea in my head right now. Maybe it has to do with the merger, so Yuji does a sacrificial thing with the merger. It's always a possibility that that's how Yuji goes out. I mean, it could always be possible that to atone for his sins of like letting Sukuna kill everybody and do all that stuff, Megumi's the one who atones for his sins. And Megumi goes out with the merger since he has control of it. And in that scenario, Megumi would die and Yuji would live. A pretty interesting one. I just think the cruelest fate for Yuji is to have him be alive after Choso died, Megumi died, Nobara assumedly is dead, like Gojo's dead, Yuta, I think he'll be alive, but let's say he's dead. I just think it's within Gege's writing style to just be an asshole and have Yuji be the only one live. And I think it's within Megumi's character to atone for everything he did, because he could have saved everybody with Sukuna. I really don't blame him though, but maybe that's sort of the way he goes, because he is the one who has control of the merger. It is Megumi. Because remember, when the rule was made by Kenjaku, it was Megumi Fushiguro, not even Sukuna, Megumi Fushiguro. Both dead would be the worst ending. I wouldn't put it past Gege to do that. I really wouldn't, to be honest. So I really just swayed the poll, by the way, because Megumi was winning by 40%, and I said all that, and now like Yuji's winning by 34%. That's pretty interesting. Maybe I should have waited to say that. I influenced the poll, but it's just weird because Yuji dying is something that's just so obvious. It's so obvious that it's sort of what's going to happen that I feel like it may not happen. You know, but Gege tends to do the obvious things. Like, his writing style is unpredictable in aspects, but in the biggest plot points, it's always been as predictable as it comes, right? In the small aspects, so the things like the short things, we never can predict what he's going to do. Like the week-to-week things, like what's going to happen, we never predict those, but always in the big plot points, bar 2, it's always been insanely predictable. Like, one was the Megumi switch, nobody predicted that at all, and yeah, pretty much everything else was predicted, like bar for bar. He just really has a straightforward writing style, is sort of the thing of Gege. So we'll go to the new chapter as well. And yeah, in terms of Megumi, overthinking this, I guess so, but I mean, I guess that's the whole point of theorizing, isn't it? Predictions. Like, the whole point is trying to think of every single possibility, right? Otherwise, it'd be pretty boring to not think and like, okay, we'll just wait for next chapter. Then there's no point of like streaming or recording, I guess. Which I guess is fair, but I enjoy a lot talking about these things. And I'm really I'm just so curious. So this is how I think next chapter is going to go. Since this is a prediction stream, I will actually talk about straight up how I think the next chapter is going to go. So, by the way, this is what I mean. The short-sighted stuff is always unpredictable, like what happens in chapter to chapter. So the big plot points are usually really predictable, but what's going to happen next, like the short vision is usually what's hard to predict with Gege. In that aspect, he's very unpredictable. So what I think is going to happen, this is tough. This is so tough. Like, imagine Sukuna just tanks it, man. I don't know. If Sukuna just eats it, I mean, to be fair, he literally starts the chapter off with eating the hollow purple, right? When he said before that if I eat a hollow purple, I die. But he said like that stung, but he's not used to hollow purple, so there was a reason for it. At least with Hana's, we know it's not going to be weaker because like it's another thing. That is Hana and Angel's technique. So we know it's going to be very devastating to Sukuna. God damn. Megumi and Sukuna splitting? Oh, that's a pretty interesting prediction. Salted butter, I'll remember that. You think they're actually going to like physically split? Because Sukuna does need, because Sukuna's a cursed object, so he does need a body. The Viz? Yeah, it is what it is. If he tanks it, I might start raging on a flip. I mean, there's a reason he tanks it, you know, there's like a binding vow. I don't know, like Sukuna made a binding vow. What did Resta say last stream? To not climb ladders, that would be pretty funny. But look at that, like this should eviscerate this guy. The way I see it going is I think Sukuna is going to have like 0.0001% left in the tank. Like he'll barely be able to walk. He probably would like struggle to stand, is my prediction. And we'll just get like the final crumbs of defeating Sukuna, and they'll probably incapacitate him next chapter. And I think the next chapter will end with us seeing Megumi. Like Yuji will enter the innate domain or is about to, and we'll see Megumi. Again, I could be wildly wrong because in the shorthand stuff, like I said, Gege is very unpredictable. Like for all we know, the next chapter starts and Sukuna's like dodged it. He's like, nice try, like teleports behind Hana. It's nothing personal, kid. World-ending slash, and we have like another 10 chapters of Sukuna. It's not possible. Like Gege has done this so many times before, but it's just more so the fact like Sukuna is just so worn out. This guy is at the brink, man. This guy is at the brink. Good God. I mean, this is just insane. It's just the fact that like he said he's gonna lose. The possibility of defeat has entered his mind. This has not happened. I double checked. It has never happened once. Not once with Yuta, Maki, even with Gojo. He's never considered the possibility. Like he's never thought I'm actually gonna lose. With Gojo, he got nervous. You know, he felt like tension for the first time. He was just nervous, and he did say like again, if I take a hollow purple, I'll die. But he was not even like a 0.% nervous, not even 0.1% nervous. He simply said a fact like, yeah, if I take it, I'll die, but it's not gonna hit me. Never. He really thinks like this is the most desperate I think I've ever seen him. This one page, which is saying so much. Like he's actively thinking like I'm going to lose, as he's like desperately vomiting the fingers out and eating them again to just hold as much control as he gets. Like it's not even helping that much. This is just sad. This is just sad. And goddamn, can I just say this now? I really want to make a video on this as well, but this is probably something I'd make. Like I'm definitely not making this now because it just can't be made now. It has to be made after like the 5 Sukunas fully finished, like even the Megumi stuff. But I really just gotta say, Sukuna, and I've tweeted about this before, like back when I was on Twitter 2 months ago, I would often tweet about this, if you remember. Sukuna, genuinely, is one of the greatest antagonist I've seen from a force of nature point of view. So I'm not saying he's the best written. Actually, simply, that's just not true. He is very well written. I'm not gonna like, again, there's like levels to it. There's like several levels to it. There's like bad, there's okay, there's good, there's great, there's very great, and there's like, now we're talking all time. Like there's several tiers to it. So just because I'm not saying he's like, just because I'm saying he's not like all time great, I'm not saying he's bad either. He's probably more so in like I would say he's like in between very good and great is sort of where I put him. Just simply in terms of writing. And it's not because he's written poorly. I only say that because we know nothing about him. Like he just hasn't been fleshed out enough. There is potential for Sukuna in terms of writing, simply in terms of potential. It is there for him to be the like Aizen, Madara, like Mero. It's there, it exists. That potential is there. I just don't know if we'll ever get it because I don't think Gege is going to dedicate the time to flesh out his character anymore. Like he has fleshed it out a lot during this final arc, but nowhere near enough that it needs to be to reach like the heights of all-time shonen greats. But again, he's still great. Like what we've gotten has still been really good. Not bad at all. Like really, really good. His character is like very fun to watch. It's fantastic. He's a very fun character, complex. Clearly there's complexity. We've seen some of the complexity. Just a lot of it, unfortunately, Gege is not doing it for some reason. Again, it could change. Like if next chapter or at whatever point we get a Heian era flashback and we get some more depth into Sukuna, like boom, maybe he's going to be all-time great. But we'll see about that. As for now, this is the whole point of what I was trying to say. Simply as a force of who's just said goat means Sukuna? I mean, this is what I'll say. So this is the point I was trying to say. I don't know who said that, but this is what I'll say. Simply in terms of a force of nature, or how good of an actual antagonist he is, like an opposing villain. I think I really struggle to even think of a villain better than him. Like, forget shonen. I'm talking about like just fiction. And I'm not talking about writing. I'm not, please like understand, I'm not talking about his like character writing or this way. I'm simply saying like, in terms, because the whole point of a final villain is there's supposed to be a challenge, right? It's supposed to take everything to defeat them. And it's supposed to be like difficult. It's supposed to be like the point of the entire story. It could be like a fantasy novel. It could be shonen or seinen. It doesn't even have to be manga. The point is that like when you get, it's getting cooked. We good, guys? We good? I hope we're good. My internet's getting cooked. Oh no. Oh no. Let me know if the thing's all good. It's just like it is. It's in the red right now. My OBS. Hopefully the stream is fine. But I hope it's still good. It's getting green again. It's getting back to the green, which is good. But yeah, that is unfortunate. But I hope, at least if you're still listening, if it's still working. As for the yeah, oh god, I can't lie, my internet's getting cooked. We good? Are we good? Are we sure? Sure? We good? Okay, that's good set. But as for like in terms of how much of an antagonist he is, in terms of how powerful he is, in terms of how like much of a menace he is, right? In terms of an actual force, like in terms of just the actual definition of an antagonist, I feel like Sukuna is one of the best things we've ever seen. Seriously, just period. It's incredible. Seriously. Like, it took the entire verse and more. Like, it took everything. It took everything to be this man. Like, it took more than everything. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like a quick fight. There was no, like, plot convenience or plot, like, ass pulls. Like, they planned this out in disgusting depth. They trained for this. And, like, it took Gojo, Kashimo, Higuruma's, like, Kusakabe, Maki, Yuta, Hakari, like Yuji, like the list goes on. It took everybody to beat this guy, and it's not even like it was one fight. It's not even like it was a couple fights. It was like multiple fights happening simultaneously, without stop, with no rest, You know, like Sukuna this guy fought Gojo one-on-one, and then no rest fights Kashimo immediately. No rest, like then he fights like Higuruma takes his weapon, and then he's like 5v1ing them, and then literally even as he like begins to kill Higuruma, Yuta comes in domain. There's no rest again. Like Maki stabs him in the heart as that fight's ending, and as soon as like Maki, there's no rest. Like Kusakabe is taking him on, and then Miguel and LaRue come in, and then Yuta hits the black flashes, and then like he has no rest, and it's just insane. Like, usually when you have any sort of final antagonist, it's like the MC does it alone, the power of friendship, you know, ass pull, it's never really written that well. Like, this is incredible. You know what I mean? In this one aspect, it's been, I don't think I can even, like, nothing compares to this. Nothing. Like, Aizen, it's not even, like, even 1% as good as this. Just simply in terms of how good that aspect of the writing is, the like the actual antagonist being a force of nature and what it took to defeat them. And Madara doesn't compare to this. I mean, Meruem's the worst of all. Like, Meruem got like cancer, bro. It took like the most bullshit like 1 hour cancer to beat this guy. Like, he's unstoppable. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting because all like Madara, Meruem, Aizen, they're far better written than Sukuna. And the character arcs, everything's far better, but simply in terms of like the force of nature and what it took to defeat them, like Sukuna, forget them, he's better than like all three of them combined. I would say like no one compares to this. In this aspect, I'm simply saying in that aspect, he's like uncomparable to anybody else. It's incredible, and you really gotta praise Gege for going down this route. Like, he could have gone down the Fairy Tail, the Naruto, like whatever shonen you want to say, like route or Black Clover, where it's like, oh, just main character, just 1v1 to final boss situation, but he didn't. He really went the most realistic route. Thank you, Boris. Thank you very much for subscribing, Budaza. I always love saying that. Shout out, man. Shout out Sukuna. Seriously. in this aspect. And you know, if he does get defeated soon, you can't say it was like a bullshit win or an undeserved win. It took everything to beat this guy. Like, just shout out, man. Sorry I'm late. Have talked about how Sukuna tanked 2 Jacob's Ladder and possibly 3. Well, he tanked I wouldn't say tank. Like, tanked. Okay, that word gets thrown out a lot, and even I'll be honest, I misuse it a lot. Like, for example, let's say like I'm walking down the street, you know, Kaio Breeze, that's me. I'm walking down the street in London, and then like a bus hits me, like full force, like slams me into a wall, but I survive. Like, did I tank it? You know, because I lived, did I just tank it? Or because maybe I'm conscious? Like, is it a tank? Because like some people, that's what I'm trying to say is like in the anime community, people have a different definition of tank. Because most people, not most, like some people say that tank simply means you like eat the thing and you barely take any damage. But even if someone could get like eviscerated, but just because they survived or they're conscious, like yeah, he tanked it. Like the definition is so it's so skewed, it's so out there, it's just so inconsistent. Depends on who you're talking to. But if you mean like, because that's what I mean. I think he didn't tank the first one. He definitely didn't tank. That was killing him. The one against like Hana hit on him in the beginning. He did not tank it. There is zero tank there. Like that was going to delete him from existence. He had to like bullshit his way out of that. As for the one that Yuta did, is that even a tank? Because I'm pretty sure Yuta stopped it so that Yuji could do the Megumi plan, right? Kaio, stop being humble. You would easily tank a bus. I don't know about that, man. London. Have you seen London buses, especially double decker? I don't know about that one, man. I appreciate your confidence in me, though. That's very nice. You know what I mean, though? Tank means you shrugged it off without much issue. See, that's what most people say, but there's a lot of people who simply say, like, as long as you were conscious after, like, you tanked it. So it depends on your definition of tanked. It's thrown out so much in the community. Supposed to kill you and you survive it, then see, there's two different definitions. So no is giving one definition and dice is giving a different one. Like there's two different. It really just depends on who you're talking about, right? Either some people take it as like you just shrugged it off, you didn't take that much damage, or some people take it as like you survived it, then you tanked it. For me personally, I don't mind either definition. I just like saying tank because it sounds cool. So you know, I just don't think he tanked the Jacob's Ladder, the first one. Like, it would have killed him. Hana had to stop it. He wasn't tanking shit. Yuta's one, again, it's so debated, like, did Yuta stop it to let Yuji punch him, or simply did the shirt hit end? Because shirt hits are one after the other. In this way, like, Angel's technique might be better than even a Yuta shirt hit, because as we saw with Angel, when she was using it against Sukuna during the, Sukuna took Megumi'S body, she was able to use it constantly without stop. Whereas with Yuta, when he used Jacob's Ladder at max output, even though it was max output, he used it, but then it stopped. Now, again, it's debated about whether Yuta stopped it himself, you know, so that Yuji could punch Sukuna and maybe get into Megumi's soul, or if it was more so a situation of it wasn't his choice. Like, because it's a sure hit and not the actual technique, the sure hit only goes for once, and then you have to like redo the sure hit. So it's less of a continuous thing, and because it's a sure hit, you have to like keep refiring it. At the very least, because like Hana's using the original one, there is no stop with her. If she actually connects with Sukuna, she can just keep using it continuously until Sukuna's extinguished. We've seen this. It's just true. If it doesn't happen, then it's a plot hole. I'll say this now because the chapter's coming out in 2 days. In the scenario that Hana hits Sukuna, and she has to stop for whatever reason, it's a plot hole. Because we saw that Hana can keep fighting, unless like they're saying like, because Hana's only got one hand, she can't do it continuously anymore. I guess, like maybe, that could be a possibility. I don't know. Who knows with that one. But I still hate Hana for fumbling. I don't blame her. This is like controversial. I feel like this is why I in terms of the fanbase, I'm always like defending Megumi so much, because I really, really sympathize and empathize with Megumi. I really get it. I get it. Like, it's just like that sometimes. You know, it is what he's a teenager. And it's the same with Hana. Like, Hana's in love. You know what I mean? She's like a teenage girl. She doesn't know what's better. And you have to realize Hana is new to she's even like fresher to the Jujutsu world than Yuji. It's like, seriously. She's only been a sorcerer for like, what, 2 weeks or something? I think less? Like a week or two? At least at the time when she got finessed by Sukuna. So like, not only is it that, like you add to the fact she has no jujutsu knowledge or experience, she doesn't know what the world's like, she's also like a teenage girl, right? So she's young, like just a teenager, and also she's in love. You know, it is what it is. I can't really like crush her for that. I just can't. I just don't have the heart. You know what I mean? I just can't like say like Hana. If you want to say she fumbled, like technically, yeah, she did fumble. She messed up. She screwed up big time. But I can't fault her. And also at the same time, if that makes any sort of sense. Sukuna really scammed Hana. Yeah, that was incredible, man. Like Sukuna just put on like the Oscar right there. Megumi is cool, but Hana, Sukuna, is that you? Nah, it's not me. I mean, it'd be pretty funny if, again, we spoke about this last chapter. It's a funny thing, but like, it's not possible, I guess. If like Sukuna sees he's about to get hit, and he switches with Megumi, and Megumi's soul gets extinguished, and then he switches back, like, yeah, you just killed Megumi. That'd be pretty funny. I mean, we'll see. The best con artist. Reggie wasn't lying. Yeah, a sorcerer really is just a con artist. I guess so. And that's why Sukuna's the king of, well, curses, but he's the best sorcerer out there. Here we go. Alright. But Gege's a genius when it comes to symbolism. Yeah, she really just, like, you can see as well that she teleported up there. Like, you can see the shards falling because it was Todo who clapped her in. This is just beautiful. I said this last stream, but just the art as a whole in this chapter was phenomenal. This is one of those things where you really got to read the viz. To be honest, I feel like ever since Todo's appeared, the scans of TCB have been really poor, the quality. Is it just me? Or maybe it's specifically these action scenes. Like the stuff with Yuta was pretty clean. Actually, even that wasn't clean, to be honest. I don't really know what's going on with TCB, to be honest, but it is what it is. But yeah, this art, that's why like Viz, even though the translations are garbage, at least in terms of the quality, which is why I show it as well, and also because of copyright. Like Viz is better to show for copyright. It is really good. You can look at this. God damn, like this is just amazing. So this is something I want to ask as well. So we see like right here, like Todo activates the swap. Like we can see like Sukuna says there is no swap. But then we also see once again here like Hana comes in. I wonder if there was like 2 claps or 1 clap. Because I've seen people be talking about that as well. I wonder which one it's going to be. I wish Sukuna grew wings. I mean, we'll see about that. I just think he's going to grow wings. And imagine like, I just really hope, like if Sukuna does survive this, I just really hope it's not a scenario where he just eats it. That would just be horrendous, I can't lie, where he just like eats it straight up. That would be insane. Imagine like he just actively tanks. I mean, we did see him tank again Yuta's Jacob's Ladder, which was max output, but Hana's is continuous is sort of the thing. And this thing is max output as well. So let's go to chapter 213 or 14. Let's see. Sukuna, I avoid these attacks if I start to dodge now. Let's go over here. It was 213. By the way, does anyone have a link to, maybe it's in Phoenix Archives. It's probably in Phoenix Archives if I check there. But it would take a bit too long to do that on stream. Yeah, like the full, because again, 213 in terms of the volume release, which I do have by the way. I gotta support the official release. It is what it is. In particular, I do it for Jujutsu Kaisen only, because I don't buy manga. I haven't bought it in years. But I do buy Jujutsu Kaisen simply because I want to support it, because I make videos on it. So that's the least I could do. But there are like extra pages here which show a Megumi. You can see his soul as well inside of it, and you can see the technique being used even more clearly. Like there's more to it. A couple pages which is only in the volume actual release version of this chapter. But those are also available online. I just don't exactly have a thingy, exactly a link of it. But yeah, like so. Watch this. We see, yeah, she activates the technique. Good God, man, this is insane. Like this is like city level right here, right? She activates, so we can see it's big. It seems like just as big right now as well. We see in the new chapter, and Sukuna's getting eviscerated. It's much more clear with the full chapter of the volume release, but she is like continuously using the technique. So unlike Yuta, when he used it in the domain, she can keep using it. Again, unless you're of the belief that Yuta stopped it so that Yuji could land the punch, which is not impossible. So we can go over that as well, right? So let's find... I'm going to try guess 253 or 2. I think 253 was the one. I think that was it. Oh, it was 252. God damn. For both of my guesses, I was one chapter ahead. I think it's because I was trying to be too safe. I was playing it too safe. Let's go to this one. Who will live? Oh, by the way, let me check the poll as well. So, because I made that poll. Here we go. And we got 150 votes. So we got 150 people voted. Damn, people think Yuji's gonna win. That's pretty interesting. So, okay, fair enough, this is the least, I get it, but people think Yuji's gonna live. Interesting. I was not really expecting... It's more one of those things, like, it's so obvious that Yuji's gonna die, like, he's gonna be the one that'll die, that, wait, let me come over here, that it just feels like maybe Gege will do the opposite, and he'll have Yuji live because it's the opposite, it's the most obvious thing to do. It was 251, actually, when Yuta activates Jacob's Ladder. Let's open this. Heavily restricted Sukuna coming. I mean, the coolest possibility, which I hope happens, so this is not my prediction, it is like a tiny prediction, but it's not what I think is going to happen, but it's what I want to happen. I really want Sukuna to pull the He-10 out. I really wanted to pull it out, man. It would be a travesty if like we just never get to see Sukuna of the He-10. Which would be pretty cool because it means we get to see more of the Sukuna fight. I wonder, because again, I have not been on Twitter for a month and a half, so I'm sure some of you guys have, because I don't use Reddit as well. So I'm not really, I don't really have a good idea right now of what the community's saying on these social medias. Yeah, like, just tell me, are people fed up with the Sukuna fight? Do people want it to end? Or are people like, do people want it to continue? Or people just don't care? So we can see like Yuta right here, maximum output, Jacob's Ladder. Like he like absolutely just cooks him, fries him. Like he just puts Sukuna in the oil like he's a bunch of chips, just deep fries him, right? Then it's a question of, did he stop on purpose so that Yuji could like, he could cut one of his arms off and then Yuji could do the connection? Or like, did he have the option of just keeping it up and Yuta could have won? You know? Or really is it because it's like a sure hit, it's a different scenario? Because we know like, let me think of all sure hits. There's so many. Because we have like Dagon, so Dagon, right? Dagon. His is continuous, it never stops. Let's see. People wanted the fight to end. What do you think? Sukuna hate is insane. People don't like Sukuna's sweep. I guess that's true, like the whole Sukuna Kaisen, right? People don't like... You're not wrong, actually. I made a whole video about that as well. Like, people are complaining, crying, I should say crying, about a Sukuna Kaisen issue. I'm just thinking, like... if Yuta stopped intentionally, that's kind of a huge sell. It's less of a sell, and it's more so the plan is to save Megumi. Because you have to realize, like, even Gojo, he had like a chance to kill Sukuna. Well, and like in the end, nothing happened because of Maharaga. But like Gojo had a straight chance, to be honest, to kill him. He probably could have killed him with a Hollow Purple, but what he chose instead was to destroy him physically, so that there's a chance that Megumi can come back. It seems like in the mind of everybody, including Yuta, Yuji, and Gojo, those ones, but even Higuruma, all of them, besides Kashima, of course. Like the goal seems to be save Megumi. Like that's the thing that makes me think that he stopped it. Because I was never on the... I always thought that like it was only a time limit because it's a sure hit. Hollow Purple takes too long. See, that's the thing. It didn't matter in that scenario. Because at that point, Gojo had hit Sukuna with Unlimited Void, so there was no time limit. So in Gojo's POV, he had all the time in the world. Sukuna's brain is frozen, so if he truly wanted to, he could just like... He could have really just waited there, like from his point of view, casually activated like Hollow Purple 120%, and fired that right at Sukuna, like, at least at his, because he didn't know about Maharaga, right? Right, he didn't know like Maharaga was gonna step in. So he had, at least from his POV, he had all the time in the world, but he still decided to go for the physical aspect. And he says it's for Megumi. Because he says like, I'll do the most I can for Megumi. So that's what makes me believe that like he stopped it, which is pretty interesting. Like, would Sukuna have lost if, like, I'm assuming if in the scenario that like Yuta stopped it on purpose, if that's what was really happening, because we don't really know. Have you seen the early drafts of JJK? I don't think I have, actually. What is Nobara's fate? Okay, so in case you just came through the stream at the end, basically Gege said that Nobara's been eliminated, right? He said he eliminated her and Naname during, it's a bit sad, Shibuya. There's like a sliver of copium where you can say, you know, eliminated doesn't mean dead, but it's the fact that Naname got the eliminated treatment and so did Nobara. Again, if you want some copium, this is what I'll say. Maybe Gege's saying that statement now, recently, to make us all believe that she's dead, so that when he brings her back, like right now, everyone's like, wait, this is so shocking, she's alive, she's still here. We'll see. I gotta go. Funny enough, I actually have to go as well, because we just hit the 1 hour mark, right? It was quite a fun stream. Again, originally I had a video planned for today, but you know, schedule changed. I decided to do stream instead, and tomorrow, we'll see, like, if it'll be the Megumi video, if it'll be the Yuta video, maybe a Nobara. It's all still up in the air. I've done a lot of work in regards to all these videos, so I'm ready to make any of them. Now it's just a matter of choosing which one it's going to be. Yuta holding back, that would be pretty wild. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. I really do appreciate you guys, like, coming by. It was a lot of fun, I can't lie. Like, the stream was a lot of fun, as always. It's really cool to be back, I can't lie. It really is. And I appreciate, again, like, Dice, Zizu, Seven Sins, Salted Butter, No, Phyllis, Anthe, everybody, Mr. 60, 7th Star, and like everybody else. Like, there's a lot of names, so I'm gonna be able to Washak, you know, No. It's very fun, guys. Thank you very much for coming by. And I probably won't. Should I do a stream for the leaks? I want, because I haven't done those in such a long time. Maybe. But please do live on 264. Maybe. At the very least, what's guaranteed is the video. I might. Yeah, people are saying yeah. You guys want to see that? Yeah, everyone's saying okay. I will not promise it. I will not make a promise I can't keep. I'll never do something like that to you guys. But I'll think about maybe is what I'll say. But don't get your hopes up. Okay. At the very least, the video will come. Okay. At the very least, the video will come. As for the stream, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that, so maybe not, who knows. Binding vow? I'm not making no binding vow. Alright, but again, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys so much. It was very fun as always. And that is pretty much it for the stream. I hope, you know, wherever you guys are in the world, you have a fantastic day. You know, I hope all goes well. And I will catch you guys for tomorrow's video. Be on the lookout for the video tomorrow, and another video back-to-back the day after that, you know. We got a lot of videos planned this week. But yeah, have a nice day, guys. And as well, for you, paka paka. Bye-bye. And bye-bye.